Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I will be creating Espoo minibus line 148, which runs from Espoonlahti to Iivisniemi. We will start at a small stop called Espoonlahden kuja, Espoviksgränden, which is going to be located in here. And then we'll move on to the main network. Then we'll also move into creating the line, but that's not yet the case. We're not there yet, just yet. So just a little bit more time, and then we'll see where this line will be heading to. We'll start by turning to the main track or the main road in there, and then we'll just add some signals to this road, and then we'll move on to creating the line. So there we go. Like I said, it's line 148, and that's what we'll be doing. So fin 8 HSL 148. The traditional 3.5 euro fee will of course apply to this line, and that's it. So we'll, oops, I forgot to name the stop, the station. Espoonlahden kuja, Espoviksgränden it was. There we go. And then we'll be moving back to lines, and then we'll be stopping at Espoonlahden uimahalli. Then we'll take a turn to the right. Okay, thank you for those. I do not wish to cross the tracks. Thank you very much. I just want to connect with my friends and family, you know. No, please don't do this. I mean, come on. What is the matter with it? It hasn't been this difficult in ages. There we go. So, moving the signals to their rightful places then, over there and over there, and building the blueprints. Let's go back to lines. We will have a stop at Merikansantie, despite this way of the line not having a stop there, because the stop is located in the wrong place, watching from this part of the network. So the following stop is called Puistokartano, and it doesn't have a Swedish-speaking name, but Puistokartano will be located in here. It's obviously a nursing home. That's why it doesn't have a Swedish-speaking name, because it's a nursing home for Finnish-speaking people. There is all services in here are bilingual, so there is the fuck. So there are several for the Swedish-speaking ones, and there are several for the Finnish-speaking ones. That's just the way it goes in bilingual cities like Espoo. Great, that connection has been established, and then we're all the way on our way to Puistokartano. Oops. From Puistokartano, we will then be moving on along the smaller streets to a stop called Lokirinne, Logbranten. It's actually going to be interesting how this bus is going to move in here, but I'll place the stop in here. There you go. And then it's obviously running on bicycle paths in this area of the city, which is pretty common. For minibus lines. Even in other cities, they can take some liberties which the big buses cannot take. But we'll enjoy the liberties to the fullest. So then we will have a right turn back to the main track, or main road, sorry. I still think these are trains, or I'm still confused. Let's get back to the trains, not lines, and then stop at these two stops, and then stop at Lippulaiva. From Lippulaiva, we will move on to a stop called Laivaportti, which is over here, so it sort of skips some things around the area. And then we will stop at a stop called Kipparinmäki, which doesn't yet exist. So Kipparinmäki, Schepparbacken. So it's kind of going to go around the Lippulaiva shopping center and the block. Kipparinmäki, Schepparbacken is going to be over here. There we go. After Kipparinmäki, we will then stop at the stop called Merenkulkija. Sjöfaren, which is going to be located right around here. There we go. Oops. And then after Merenkulkija, let's see where we'll be. Where we'll be heading then. Oops. Sorry. Yep. Then we'll most likely turn right, and then let's see where we'll be heading from. Then on, we'll be heading to Näkinkaari. So it's going to be a right turn for the bus line in here. There we go. And yeah, a right turn, like I said. Then let's once again go back to the line creator and build this part of the line, where it stops at those two new stops, and then at Näkinkaari. After Näkinkaari, it's going to be Ristiniementie over here. And then at, okay, let's have a look here. Soukanlahti and Kaskilaakso, but not Soukanlaakso. Have I named it stop incorrectly in the previous save? Let's go look. So that was Ristiniementie, and then there's Soukanlahti Sekeviken. So the issue is not with the issue is myself. Thank you very much. Let's rename that there. Go back to the lines. Stop at Soukanlaakso. Lahti, sorry. And from Soukanlahti, we will then be moving on to Kaskilaakso, which indeed. Right. Soukanlahti is there, and then Kaskilaakso is before crossing where the road turns right, but it's not that far out. So where the hell is it then? Is interesting. So the following stop is called Kaskilaakso, like I've said so many times, and Wait, it's right over here. It was too close. So after Kaskilaakso, we'll then stop at the Soukka metro station, which is in a fully incorrect place once. No, it isn't. There is a stop called Kaskilaakson-tie right in here, and Kaskilaakson-tie in Swedish is called Svedjedalsvägen. So Kaskilaakson-tie will be placed in here. Sorry, like I've said so many times, these lines are a bit difficult to create. Okay. They have so many crossings, they have so many unnecessary loops, they have so many... Oh, come on, come on, come on, don't do that. Don't do that. There are so many... Oh, what the fuck? So many things which need to be taken into account. There, that looks like a nice normal crossing, which we should actually have more often. What's this again? Right, well... Either I have some option incorrectly placed, or then this game has an issue. Might be me. I don't know. That happens. And then let's create a nice little loop to the end of the road in here. The stop is, of course, once again a one-way stop. It's impossible to create one in order to create a back and forth line. So that's why I have to jiggle with the loops there. But nevertheless, that's gonna be built. So after that, we're gonna go down to Kaskilaakson-tie, and then we're gonna go back to the Soukka station. Soukka station, so it will double stop at the Soukka station. That's great, but there is also... Yeah, the crossing works fine. Thank you. After the Soukka station, we will then have a stop. Okay, this is interesting. We'll have a stop at the stop called Soukan Raitti, which will be... Where the fuck is that? Sorry about my Swedish. Soukan Raitti, Sekastråki comes in here. Okay, that's nice. So there we are. Soukan Raitti, Sekastråket comes in there, and then we'll once again face this nice little issues in trying to connect this road with the... Oh no, no issues. What the hell? With the ordinary life, but then we'll also have to add crossing to this. No, don't cross them. Please do not cross them, please. Let me create metrics. Come on. Yep. So then let's go this way around, and this way around, and this way around, and there we are. We're once again back on track, but this will not be our last loop before the next stop on the main route. After Soukan Raitti, we'll then have a stop at Soukan Koulu, and then at Soukan Kujanne. So we're once again gonna do a nice little stupid turn, having the stop called Soukan Koulu in here. Oops, that's a double track. Thank you. And then we'll connect it with the existing network from here. It will need, oh, thank you. It will need a turn that way, but it will also need a straightforward track to there, and then it will need a track from there to, don't cross it. Thank you. To there. So Soukan Koulu is over there, and then the other stop is Soukankujan rinne, Sökergränsbrinken. What a nice friendly name for a stop over there. So Soukankujan rinne, Sökergränsbrinken. There you go. So looks like a pretty nice place to build a loop. I overshot the stop a bit because I wanted to create a proper length of stop to it. But now I think this shit in here is ready. Then we will just have to add the loop to this Soukan goal system, and we will create from here because there's nice normal bus running, nice normal roads, you know, and then there's an illegal turn over there. Now it works. Thank you very much. And then let's create the loop in here. Thank you. Then, after building all this shit, it's probably time for Soukankuja, if I'm correct, and I am correct. So let's get back to line and get it to push in there, and in there, and in there, and in there. Whoa. After Soukankuja, we'll then have a stop at the Vesiniitty, Vattuengin, and then we'll head up back north. I have tactically placed the stop in a good place. And then we'll stop at the Vesiniityn tie, Vattuengsvägen. That's right, which will come right after this crossing. So over here. Whoops. There we go. And after Vattuengsvägen, we will... Where are we actually headed to? I mean, I don't even know. After Vattuengsvägen, we'll stop at Rilahti. Rilax. And it will be right over here. There we go. And after Rilahti, we will then have a stop at Kaitamäen Risti. Kaitbakskorset. There we go. After Kaitamäen Risti, we will then have a stop at the stop called Hannusjärvi, which is already there. Woohoo! Oh, Okay, it did work. Great, great. So I once again connected this road with the existing road. And well, then let's see. We're almost there. Let's build the tracks and then let's see how we'll end this line, because that's equally interesting actually. So Vesinietin tie, Riilahti, Kaitamäen risti and Hannusjärvi. Instead of stopping at the Kaita metro station, we will turn right and stop at a stop called Kaitaan koulu, which is located in Kaita, of course. Okay. So there are two stops in here. There are one-way stops, but I will create them both. So that's going to be Ivisniemen. No, it's not going to be Ivisniemen Kuja. That's going to be Ivisniemen Kuja, Ivisniesgränden. And finally, Kaitaan koulu. At the very end in here. But what's that stop? Wait, it's not over yet. Well, let's actually place the road in here and see what happens, because now it becomes interesting. That's Ivisniemen Kuja. Then we have Kaitaan koulu in here, so it does some kind of a loop. How this loop is going to function, I don't know, but let's just see it to my own eyes. So that's Kaitaan koulu, not Matikylän lukio, that's Kaitaan koulu. There we go. And that's the terminus, but when we turn this line around, there is actually an extra loop in there. And guess how I'm going to solve this? What the fuck? Okay. I'm gonna solve it this way. I'm gonna absolutely solve it this way. There are two stops here. Then, okay, well, that's actually now I know how I'm gonna solve it. I'm gonna solve this in a civilized way, you know. I'm not gonna make big changes in the original lineup, but there is Ivisniemen 1 and Ivisniemen 2, because they are two stops which are running into different directions. Ivisniemen 1 to the other direction, and would you thank you, and Ivisniemen 2 to the other direction. And then we'll have a stop called Ivisniemen Aukio, which is obviously going to be Ivisnäsplanen. Thank you. That's going to be located in here. There. And then we're going to build a loop in here, and then we're going to add just one hell of an amount of signals. Because I'm going to run, oops, okay, let's just move this thingy a bit like this. Thank you. So there, and finally the end of the line. That's it. Thank you. So let's go back to line builder and then move on to, where was I? I stopped last in there, so it doesn't stop in there, but it does a double stop in there. Then it stops in there, and then over there, and then a double stop in there. So there we have a nice internal EVSNIMBY line, and then we'll head back home. Wherever the home was, I think it was in Espoo. Then we'll go there, and then we'll go there, and then we'll go there. Am I right? I think I'm right. I didn't cause too much damage anyway. A double stop at Soka. And then we'll go over there and over there. And then we're getting closer. I have no idea how this line runs, but I guess it does seem sensible. And that's it. 17 kilometers, 54 stops. Sounds sensible. It's around 1 hour and 5 minutes, the interval. Let's see how many buses will be needed for that. Maybe 2, to be honest. 1 for 8. Let's open the line. Let's buy the bus and let's see. What did I say? 1 hour 5 minutes. Well, that's close enough. So, roads built, lines opened, everything's up and running, and there will be a new video tomorrow. So until then, bye.